Okay, guys, hope you're good. So, I want to talk about something dear to my heart, which is about how to lose weight or how to lose fat. Okay, so to be honest with you, I don't know why there's so much confusion about this because there's really no need. It's so simple. So, I'm going to just explain to you while I'm doing the washing up. And as you can see, you do not have to eat salad every day. I've just been eating a protein pancake and a protein yogurt. Okay, very tasty food, trust me. And now, gonna have a drink of some Monster Ultra again. So it's so simple. It's basically just calories in against calories out. So basically, if you think about this jug here of Monster, imagine this is my calories in, and imagine this kettle here is my calories out. As you can see, the calories out are bigger than the calories in. So therefore, this is called a calorie deficit. Now, you don't need quite as big a deficit as this because you want to do it slow and steady, or else it's going to really destroy your hormones and put too much stress on your body in the process, and basically get you to an unsustainable spot because your metabolism is going to adapt to this crazy deficit. Then you're going to end up. But anyway, just to keep it simple, if this out bucket is bigger than this in bucket of calories, you're going to lose fat. Why? Well, this thing in physics called the law of thermodynamics. So energy can't be created and it can't be destroyed. The only thing that can happen is it can change form. So a calorie is actually a unit of energy, and it's found in foods. So some foods have got more calories, some foods have got less. Example, this drink has got 11 calories, whereas the full sugar version of it's got over 100 calories. And a calorie is defined as, I think, don't quote me, but the amount, a unit of energy needed to heat up some water by like 1 degree or something. So it's a unit of energy found in food. So, when we consume calories, like I'm consuming a bit of this, there's two possibilities. One, we're gonna burn it off through movement and activity, or through just the processes our body does, like breathing, anything the body does, breathing, speaking, slight movements, whatever, like I'm moving my hands there. Going to the bathroom, whatever the activity, doesn't really matter. Your body will either burn it off, or if it doesn't burn it off, so say you take in more calories than you need in a set period, your body will then, save those calories for later use in the form of fat storage. Sometimes if you're like strength training, so if you're basically lifting weights regularly, sometimes some of those calories are actually going to be apportioned to muscle repair and muscle growth, which is another subject. Okay, so that's going to, actually speed your metabolism up and help you become more muscular, which is something into bodybuilding. So the main problem most people have is they don't know how much they're eating, so they can't achieve this imbalance. They can't achieve this calorie deficit right here. Um, Simply because they don't know how big this can of Monster here is, which is the food they're eating in calories. They don't know, so they don't know, how much they're eating. Because very often we're confused about what's in a food. So, for example, like chocolate, like a square of chocolate, like two squares of chocolates have got the same amount of calories as an entire protein yogurt. You're mind blowing, okay? There's two little squares of chocolate, or like a few nuts have got the same number of calories as like half a sandwich. It's calorie density. Some foods have got more calories than others, and it's kind of an interesting comparison when you actually see it visually. But you need to get an app like MyFitnessPal or something like that, because that'll help you just track the calories you're eating at the moment. So then you'll get, if you just do that every day, you just walk around tracking. So every time you eat, you scan the barcode or whatever, track it. There's different apps you can get as well. Fat Secret, Macro Factor, Chronometer, Noom. Samsung Health has actually got its own in the health app. There's a food section you can just enter your food in. Doesn't have a barcode scanner, but it's got like a library. You can find most food. See what you're eating at the moment in calories. It'll give you a number, and then what you need to do is look at that number and say, okay, start weighing yourself daily. See what's going on over time. Notice how I said over time. not over day to day. Day to day, it's can fluctuate based on like, you know, water weight. So like if I've been to the bathroom, certain foods hold on to water. It's not the same thing as fat. So like you need to get a trend over time and see whether your weight is stable or if it's going up or down while you're tracking. So you can see, you get like some kind of mental picture of like, okay, I'm eating this many calories, I'm maintaining the same weight, roughly. So if I want to lose weight or lose fat, because that's really what the goal is, not to lose muscle, but to lose fat, I need to then bring that calories down a little bit. Okay, so I want to go and reduce those calories down by a small amount, like 200 to 500 calories, about 300 calories. And you'll see over time, the fat starts to come out without you doing anything else, without you exercising more. But if you do exercise, as in you strength train, so you build muscle. So this is in combination with eating enough protein. You have to eat. The app for tracking will help you hit your protein target of 1 gram per pound of body weight. So you actually keep muscle. You're going to look a lot better, and the metabolism's going to speed up, which is going to burn more. Your body will burn more calories for you, a little bit. So, and you become stronger as well. So, you know, strength training in combination with that small reduction in calories, you know, over time, you know, you'd be surprised like how quickly the fat will start to come off. Okay. But you need to be patient. Don't go and drop your calories too drastically too fast. And that's very important, because if you do drop your calories too drastically too fast, it's unsustainable. You're going to be starving. You're going to have no energy. You're going to feel like poop, literally. And to be honest with you, you're going to yo-yo diet, because all that happens is your body basically just adapts to what you're giving it. So say you, and there's nowhere to go, because obviously say you're eating 2,500 calories and then you drop it to 2,000 just like that, like boom, 500 off. You get some results, your fat will come out, but then you'll kind of plateau at 2,000. Your body will be like, okay, this is a new kind of level, 2,000. So you need to kind of do it slowly, in combination with the strength training, because that's going to enable you to eat more food while losing fat. You know, because your metabolism will be faster. So the rate in which your body burns the calories is going to be quicker, because muscle demands more calories to maintain itself. So it's that simple, guys. But the tracking is probably the biggest thing that helped me, because simply you could be eating like way more than what you think without even knowing. And that's the reality. Most people, I see them go to the gym. I go to the gym 6 times a week. I see people who are very overweight going there like as frequently as me, and you think you're working so hard, you're sacrificing so much, why not just download the simple app to track? And you don't have to eat salad and boring stuff. This is the other thing, guys. Like, you don't have to eat salad every day. Like, I eat, if you've seen what I eat, right, it's just basically knowing the caloric value. So I'm going to get into this now as well, right? So there's 2 ways you can go about dealing with this situation, guys. So the first one is what works for most people, which is flexible dieting. So this is where you simply are going to track what's in. You're just going to track everything and try and hit your protein. I would recommend maybe making a packed lunch for work, you know, that's quite healthy, that's convenient and quick to make. But essentially you can eat whatever you want as long as it's within your calorie range, okay? The second is following a meal plan. Now, this is popular with bodybuilders because they want to get very, very, very lean. And they know that in order to achieve that, certain foods are easier to do this with while keeping the protein really high than others. So they know they're like food experts. If you follow one of these guys, you will learn so much stuff. But they say tracking doesn't work for them and flexible dieting doesn't work for them, and it doesn't, because their goals are so out there to most normal people. You and I don't need this stuff, right? Because we're not trying to get to like less than 10% body fat, because that's unhealthy. You don't need to get that lean. You just need to become like a normal size, about 15% body fat for a male, about 20% body fat ish for a female. So that's very healthy, and you're going to feel great like that way, and you're going to look great like that. But they're talking about getting like super shredded, and they're often on steroids and stuff. So they they know certain foods will be more filling than others because of the macro profile. So they know like certain foods will be like, higher in fats. They know fats are a bit more filling than say carbs, you know, or they know certain types of carbs are going to be more slow digesting than others. So it gets pretty technical because they know that that sort of food is going to give them energy for longer, so they can like exist on lower calories. Whereas if they just went and ate whatever and stuck within their calories, they know they're going to struggle to hit their protein a lot of the time. They know the food that they're going to be eating is not going to make them feel so great because they're restricting their calories so much. So they got no choice but to live in this super rigid, extreme, kind of lonely, meal prep based environment where they have to basically follow a meal plan to the T for months. Most of us just don't need that. We can just, use an app to track and go to McDonald's every now and then. As long as it fits our calories, it's fine. There's no good and bad food. There's food that's more nutritionally dense. So like, say you go and get like a burger and chips from McDonald's. It's not necessarily bad for you in and of itself, as long as you're within your calories. Most of the health issues from certain foods, they're not because of the certain foods. They're because you're going way over your caloric value because you're constantly over consuming in calories because of these foods, because they're so calorie dense. So when you control the calories, you can pretty much, for most people, you can just get away with eating them now and then and they're totally fine. It's no big deal at all. You can live, you can have a takeaway with the missus, whatever. It's not going to kill you at all, because as long as your calories are in check, it just means you might have a lighter meal earlier in the day. So you're balancing the books, or the following day you drop your calories a little bit to kind of even it out over time. It's not rocket science, but then if you compare like burger and chips to say like a roast where you've got like vegetables, home cooked potatoes, home cooked steak, the nutritional profile, like the vitamins and minerals and micronutrients, available to your body, that your body needs from this kind of food, are going to be way better bang for your buck. But we live in the real world. We can't eat like that 24/7. So we try and eat like that as much as possible, but come on, man. You gotta have some fun sometimes. But like I'm saying, the majority of the bad health impacts from certain like junk foods, they call them, it's just because of the calorie count. But it's because people don't track. They don't have time to track, or they said, to be honest, it's not time consuming. It's a case of scanning a barcode. And if you use MyFitnessPal, the library is so big, particularly when it comes to McDonald's. And I'm going to plug McDonald's here. McDonald's, to be honest, to be fair to McDonald's, it has the most nutritional information available from any fast food place. It literally on the menu and on the app tells you the calories. So you can check it against your MyFitnessPal app and see, does this correlate? And it usually is spot on. So like I say, in summary, guys, you just need to create a calorie deficit. That's the number one most important thing to fat loss. The number two most important thing is building muscle, because at the end of the day, muscle equals not just being buff, but it's also helps your strength and mobility and overall health, okay? And also it's going to speed your metabolism up, and it's the easiest type of exercise to keep up with as we age. All right, peace out. Keep well. Track your food. Do some strength training, and have a great weekend. See you soon.